If you are a veteran, you spent your career trying to make photographs that last forever. You printed for the gallery. Now the industry tells you to produce 3 pieces of content a week that disappear in 72 hours. It feels like a betrayal of the craft, and you're tempted to walk away. But if you are a new creator, if you picked up your first camera a year ago, you have the opposite problem. You speak the language of the algorithm fluently, but you are exhausted by the daily treadmill. You feel the pressure to constantly create, but you lack the deep, decades-long archive to pull from. Today, we change the paradigm for both of you. I'm Dale Sinclair. We are building a bridge between generations. For the veteran, I'm going to teach you how to weaponize your greatest asset, your history. For the new creator, I am going to teach you how to build a legacy that outlasts the algorithm, and why the most valuable thing you can do today is find a mentor who remembers the smell of darkroom chemicals. The first step is purely psychological. We must stop looking at social media as a gallery. The gallery is for the flawless masterpiece. The social feed is the field journal. The modern audience doesn't just want the polished result. They crave the grit, the mistakes, and the history behind it. In an era of generative AI, where anyone can type a prompt and generate a perfect sunset, perfection is cheap. What AI cannot generate is the struggle. That is why the contact sheet is your ultimate weapon. Showing the 3 failed frames right before the master frame is no longer embarrassing. It is proof of life. It proves you were standing in the mud, fighting the light, and working the scene. For the new creator, you don't need 40 years of photos to have a field journal. Your archive starts today. Stop deleting your missed focus or underexposed shots. That is your learning curve. Share the struggle. In the modern landscape, vulnerability and transparency are the new authority. If this shift from gallery to field journal just took the weight of the algorithm off your shoulders, hit subscribe. We protect the legacy of the craft here. This brings us to the workflow, unbundling the archive. In the old days, a shoot yielded one deliverable, a photo on a wall. Today, a shoot is a campaign. Here's how you turn a single iconic photo into a dignified, high-value dispatch without shooting a single new frame. Select your high-resolution crop of a final master image. Then, complete an autopsy. The audience values education over perfection. Put your smartphone on a tripod pointing down at your desk. Print your photo or pull it up on a tablet. Hit record and use a pen to point at the image. You don't ever have to put your face on camera. Your hands and your voice are enough. If you don't know what to say during an autopsy, use this 3-part framework. 1. The light. Explain exactly where the sun was and why you chose your exposure. 2. The limitation. What was going wrong? Was your lens too short? Were your hands freezing? 3. The lesson. What did this specific frame teach you about your gear or your patience? Do not boast. Dissect. Many of you have hard drives full of 12-megapixel RAW files from 2008 or shoeboxes of dusty 35mm slides. You look at them and think they are too noisy, too soft, or too small for the modern 4K feed. You are wrong. First, the file hasn't changed, but your software has. Taking a noisy, underexposed RAW file from 2012 and running it through a modern noise reduction algorithm will resurrect images you thought were dead. Furthermore, your eye has changed. The way you color graded 10 years ago is not how you see the world today. Reprocessing your archive is a valid translation of your art. But if the image is still grainy, soft, or damaged, embrace it. Do not try to aggressively upscale or oversharpen a vintage digital file or a scanned negative. Let the grain be grain. Let the softness be softness. The artifacting of early digital sensors or analog film is a texture that modern audiences actually crave. It is a timestamp of authenticity.
Back then, every shot had to count.
Yeah, and you can really see that discipline in your work. It's incredible.
It was certainly a different era.
If you are a new creator without an archive, here's the generational hack. Offer to digitize a veteran's archive in exchange for their mentorship. Sit down with them, hit record on your phone's voice memos, and interview them about their classic shots using that autopsy framework. You bring the digital fluency, they bring the optical mastery. It is the ultimate modern collaboration. Just make sure the veteran retains copyright and receives credit. Digitization is preservation, not ownership. And as you translate these archives for the feed, remember the most important rule. Do not speed up. The algorithm rewards retention, and many creators achieve this with frantic pacing and jump cuts every 2 seconds. But there is a counter movement: slow content. A steady, locked-off shot of your hands holding a faded print, paired with a 60-second unedited story about how you captured it, is hypnotic to a generation raised on chaos. But remember, slow content requires pristine audio. If your video is slow and quiet, background hiss or room echo will ruin the spell. Use a $20 lavalier mic. Clean audio increases retention significantly more than 4K video quality. Veterans, your patience is a visual hook. Your age, your weathered gear, these are markers of extreme authority. Lean into them. Let the kids have the jump cuts, you hold the frame. Fast content burns bright and dies fast. Slow content has a longer half-life. People save it, rewatch it, and share it privately. Your assignment isn't to go outside. Your assignment is an excavation. If you are a veteran, go into your archive. Find one photograph that was exceptionally difficult to capture, or a contact sheet that shows your process. If you are a new learner, go back to your very first photo shoot. Find an image that failed, an image where your exposure was wrong or your focus missed. Produce a 2-part dispatch from that single asset, the artifact. Post the final image, the contact sheet, or the failed image, the autopsy. Record a 30-second to 1-minute audio or video clip using your phone. Use the framework. Explain the light, the limitation, and the lesson. By doing this, you aren't just posting a photo. You are inviting the viewer into your history and proving your authenticity in a digital world. And when you post your dispatch, tag @North of Wendigo so we can see what you've pulled from the vault. The platforms have changed, but human psychology hasn't. People still respect mastery, and they deeply respect the vulnerability of learning. Don't let your history die in a hard drive, and don't be afraid to document your beginnings. I'm Dale Sinclair. Open the archive, tell the story, and I'll see you on the path.